Okie dokie. So the right hand one was your before.
Yeah.
As I said, it just looked a little bit kind of extreme tilted there, okay? There just looks to me a little bit more kind of just a natural vertical kind of setup, okay?
Yeah.
We want a little bit of sort of lean forward with the club shaft. I think you've just gone a bit further forward.
Yeah.
When you first made that change, you were making better connections and getting a better turn. That a few bad shots may have crept in and you went further forward, got away with it, and then you get to a point where you just get so far forward you just can't make a functional swing, okay? So just be mindful that we're not turning too far kind of off the side there. But in terms of the swing here now on the right, okay? Watching the club as we go back, if we can try to see where the ball, I mean, you're looking kind of over here somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not as if you've been watching the club. Your eyes are kind of focused, almost like you're watching this person over here kind of thing. There's no real kind of, what am I kind of looking at? It's a bit of a head's movement, this, that and the other. And now as you get to about here, a lot of collapse. Okay, so we collapse the arms in, hands are sort of beneath the top of your head there. Now we know you've got to drop. So the left, that yellow line we put on top there now is going to create a lot of kind of dropping. Now we're dropping. At this point here now, the club is sort of somewhere there. Well, there's your left arm. So all the wrist hinge is gone, okay? There's no angle in that wrist. As we come to the golf ball there now, there's your left arm, and the club's probably about it. So you actually almost, you've overdone it, and the ball's getting none of that. So now as we're kind of scooping at the golf ball, if the club has gone past that left arm, we're getting this sort of scooping sensation. Likely going to top the golf ball as we see. Then your left arm, you can see now tucking through, and then a very kind of narrow finish on the left side. However, the move now we discussed, obviously, again, grip-wise, better grip. Right thumb now covering your left thumb, okay? Much better position, okay? So we're hinging the wrists here now. That one was not the best. I mean, your hand is there now, and the club's still in line, okay? It's keeping that angle there that you create a little bit longer, and again trying to watch the club, because you can sort of see as you go back there now you're kind of like, ooh, and your head's moving kind of this way, it's going to lose a bit of control. But ultimately the width in your swing there is far better, and you're not thinking about your torso turning, it just will turn, okay? So when your hands are about thigh high, we want the club to be about there. At this one it's about there, so we've still got a little bit of angle there, it's not too bad, okay? So we're getting this motion, again, trying to feel as much speed as we can, Get some speed with that shot. Then we go a bit longer, okay? Back to the golf ball there now, and you're still keeping that width, okay? And then we step to the golf ball. Now we just hit, You asked the question, do I hit it? I said, give it a full swing. You watch as we go back fully now. There's daylight between your hands and your head. There. So the club's got a lot higher. Compare that to the backswing of
right over my
there.
shoulder,
It's all tucked in there into the body, okay? Then as we swing down here now, you kind of lose the angle a bit there. So what your wrists are doing there, that now is you releasing power to the golf ball, but there's no ball up there. So it's keeping that angle in that right wrist for as long as you can, getting down to there. But even though we lost a bit of speed and power, which is fair enough, the connection, look at the width in your arms to the golf ball. You compare that movement to... That's a different golfer, isn't it? So at least your circle has got bigger, your width in your arms has got longer, without me at no point telling you to keep your left arm straight or keep your arm straight. All we've worked on there now in terms of that sort of movement with the takeaway, not collapsing a little bit at the top here, and thinking about what this right wrist needs. So this right wrist needs to be doing the energy to kind of get that speed. Think about that, beating the bag and thing like that. Or swatting a fly. I mean, if you're like in the living room somewhere and you had a rolled up bit of paper, you wouldn't go right and try and lunge it. You just go get out of the way. Exactly. That's where the speed comes from, okay? And what we're ultimately trying to do, and again, it kind of comes back to what you said at the start. I'm losing distance, I'm topping it. Well, if you're topping the ball, you're going to lose distance, obviously, because the connection's poor. You're topping the ball a lot because the arm's getting in very topped up here, okay? Then if you try to hit the ball harder with the body, okay, the arms have to sort of tuck up anyway, so you lose energy into the terms of the golf balls. If you do strike it reasonably well, which again, because you've played a bit and you're reasonably good golfer, you can make 3 or 4 wrongs work. They can hit some good shots, but it's a weaker shot. So although you're getting a reasonable connection, you're not topping it. It's not going as far as you want. So when you do see the ball go up in here, you go, that was a good shot, but I still topped it. Or I didn't go very far. So then you try harder to try it faster. Then you start doing all the things with the body that we show there now, and you start topping it, okay? So it's making sure we get that fuller movement, okay, with the arms here. Practice the 3 positions, okay? Set up there now, good. Swing the top of the back swing, good. That's position 2. The 3rd position now is to get your hands down this way more with the club out here. So if I just clear these over that right side. So we want your hands to be about there,
Yeah.
and the club shaft to be more in that
Yeah.
position there.
Yeah.
So we see we get down to here now. When your hands get to about there on your right
Club
thigh,
is a bit low.
the club is in here, so it's keeping that angle. And again, I'd practice that at home if you can.
Yeah.
That sort of up the top, drop, and do it
Yeah.
super slow to start with, so you can feel that motion of.
And know where you are, yeah.
Exactly. Use
Yeah.
reflection, even film it. Get people
Yeah.
to just film 3 or 4 swings for a minute or so, or do it in front of a mirror or whatever it may be. So you get into that position, and when
Yeah.
you get to there, now it's just I can give it a whip with that left
Yeah.
hand. You can get some
Yeah.
speed back into that golf club,
Okay.
which ultimately is going to send the ball further down the
Yeah.
driving range, yeah, or down
Right.
the course, yeah.
Now, when you're hitting with a driver,
Yeah.
what should your stance be? You know,
In
is
terms
it
of the stance,
slightly different?
yes,
Is it to the off?
slightly. Yeah, I mean, if we go back to where you were there, that
Yeah.
again is a good position there. So if I zoomed in, there you go. So if we just sort of put some line, I'll clear all these lines. So this would be your ball position.
Yeah.
No, that's probably more shorter shots, okay? But just
Yeah.
left to centre. Okay, the red line centre, okay?
Yeah.
So the blue line represents now that 7-iron you're hitting, okay?
Yeah,
And every shot now is going to be similar sort of distance from that left foot as where that ball is there now. The driver, however, would be further forward. Now then, your hands stay there.
yeah,
With the ball being on the blue line, your
Yeah.
hands now are slightly in front of the golf ball.
right.
With the ball going onto the green line, your hands now will be slightly behind the golf ball.
Yeah.
Slightly. And we're not sort of leaning them back too much.
No.
The club will just sit there, okay? And then as a result of that there now, your shoulders
Shoulder
have
drops
still
a bit.
got a little bit of a tilt there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go any further more
No.
than that with the driver. The other thing that might change is this foot might get a little bit wider.
Yeah,
But again,
so a slightly wider
we're
stance.
talking inch maybe or two.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like...
It's not too bad with the
No,
driver,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
so it must be...
Yeah, but that thing is, the position you had before, this setup here now is nearer to a driver setup.
Yeah, standard.
You see,
yeah.
the hands are there.
Yeah.
If the ball was there with the driver, which it probably would be,
Yeah,
you're okay there.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
a little bit more, and this is what you find, certain setups
yeah,
will benefit certain club types. So
Yeah.
having the position you've got there now might hit a driver quite well,
Yeah.
but you'll struggle with your iron and top.
Yeah.
End. This setup now will be maybe better for your iron, but you might
Yeah.
not hit your driver so well, or
And is that-
swing characteristics.
Is that the same then if you're using, say, a 7 or a 9 to
Yeah,
get it out
yeah.
of a bit longer grass?
If it's longer grass, I would obviously go more loft, but the setup's not going to really change.
No.
The only real change you're going to play when you're using your irons is to say that's where your left foot is there, and that's the ball position.
Yeah,
There's your right foot for a 7-iron. If you're doing a chip shot, there's your right foot.
yeah.
So it just
Tilted
comes a
together.
bit closer, which now gives the
Yeah.
impression the ball's moved back in your stance.
Yeah,
Well, move back in your stance is kind of moved forward to the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what, again, if we saw your foot was kind of here, that kind of, oh yeah, the ball's definitely back in your stance. Well, it
Yeah.
is, but you haven't effectively moved the ball anywhere. The ball
No.
stayed where you started with.
you just moved your foot.
Exactly. And that's I think, some of the
Feet slightly
misconceptions.
tilted together.
Yeah, exactly. So the right foot's going to move inwards or outwards
But
depending on the club.
position
Yeah.
of the ball would be the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Relative to your
Yeah.
front foot, it's
Yeah.
not going to really change.
Right.
Yeah, but swing wise, I said that's the sort of movement we've got to try and practice there. Okay, good turn, keeping that width there, which you do. From there, that right hand doesn't want to be doing this. Yeah,
Yeah,
what they call casting, like a fishing rod. You
Yeah.
go, yeah,
Yeah.
keep that angle a bit longer. So practice from here down to there, super slow. So when your hands
Yeah.
are there, the club shaft should be back
yeah.
that way a little
And
bit more.
I can see now that's what's wrong. Yeah.
Well, you basically all the energy you've got has been
I know,
lost.
yeah.
You're hitting the golf ball fast early,
Yeah.
and the ball's waiting down here for all this
and
club
it
head
may or
speed.
may not go anywhere.
Yeah, think of it in terms of like they often say with like racing cars. You say, okay, slow into the corner, fast out.
Yeah.
You've got to be slow here in the corner and then accelerate
accelerate coming
through. What
through.
you've got is you've got fast in here.
And then
Time to get the goal, but
worn out
you've
getting
skid
through.
out. Yeah, exactly. Well, if you look at a car going the corner too fast, they
Yeah.
just skid out. They can't get
Yeah,
the corner.
yeah.
Okay, and if they're not going around the corner quick enough, so they're in a race and stuff, and the guy's taking the better racing line and accelerating and braking the right points,
Yeah.
he's going to be pulling away from the car who's not doing the right line and the right angles and stuff. So the next time they go on that track, okay, I need to go into it faster. Goes into it faster. Oh, hang on, I can't turn
Yeah,
because
no
the
control.
angles are driving into.
Control,
They
yeah.
lose control and
Yeah.
they're off into the gravel. So it's
Okay.
creating that speed. All the golf ball knows is what is happening down here
Yeah.
with the speed of the golf club.
Yeah.
Any speed up here is
It's
just
wasted.
It's wasted, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And you're going to lose powers, and you're going to try to.
Yeah, and that's
Lump
what
it.
I think. That's exactly what I
That's where the power's going. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Clip. Very good. Well done.